Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with a quick market update for today, Thursday, 28th of September. Today is the big day. GDP growth rate came out, and oh boy, we got some good news. Growth rate came as expected, 2.1%, easing the fears regarding a possible recession, a hard landing. So soft landing keeps pushing into the people hopes. So these are good news. GDP price quarter over quarter came lower than expected. We were expecting 2%, and from the 3.9% we got 1.7%. So prices going lower. Apart from that, PCE prices quarter over quarter came as expected, 2.5%, coming off from the 4.2% that we're expecting. And in terms of core PCE prices, the same, 3.7% as expected, and coming lower from the 5% on the previous one. Real consumer spending also quite important. Look at this, really moving lower. We were expecting 1.7% and we got 0.8%, coming off from the 3.8%. And the last thing, initial jobless claims came a little bit higher than expected. We were expecting 215, we got 204. It's decent. But also on the continuing jobless claims, we also got an increase. We were expecting 1675, we got 70, and higher from the 1658. So overall, good GDP growth rate that removes most of the concerns from recession, and I think we are still progressing to the soft landing idea. The PCE prices were as expected, coming off from highs, both PCE and core PCE, and also jobless claims ticking higher. So overall, really decent news. And look at what the market did. So basically, we were at support yesterday, 14,600. We got a nice bottoming doji candle, and today we are seeing more progression to the upside. Small move for now, but we are entering into territory of the 30-minute chart push. Remember that we got this last week low here of the 14,800, and we are now getting a higher low on the day, leaving behind wicks at the bottom and breaking yesterday's big resistance with a nice V reversal. So today's idea was basically to wait for a bottom that we form and into news, push higher for a squeeze of all the people that were short yesterday and kept the positions on the short side, because now we are squeezing them. We are entering this zone of resistance. We are pushing towards that, and we are now into range of the last week low, last week's value and range. And I'm waiting for the pullback to confirm that we are still on range and value, and the participants accept this high price and towards 14,900 and this area of resistance around that. So a lot of possibilities today. We got the news, we push higher, and as always, the first move is not always the true one. They were adjusting inventories, the big players, so it's always better to wait for the open. Into the open, we were chopping around as always, but pre-market low gave an opportunity to just manage your risk. We went higher on the first push. We encountered the shorts at pre-market pivot. We pulled back quite aggressively. That's why you have to manage your risk. And then with a higher low, bouncing off pre-market lows and keeping the range of the low of the range today intact, we did a second move. We consolidated right below, as always, pre-market levels, and now we are squeezing heavily. So Nasdaq is really pushing with the help of Meta 2.08%, Nvidia 1.50, Google, Apple, everyone is pushing higher. Amazon is the only one lagging behind, but I think Amazon needs a little bit of time to really find buyers after this big sell-off. Remember that Amazon, towards the end of the year, Christmas holidays, the spending is not clear on the consumer side. So I think Amazon has a little bit of weakness there, but Tesla is putting also a 2% day. Apple on the daily, look at this big gap that we have to adjust. Let's finish the day to really see if we clear this gap, partial gap into rejection. It's bullish. Microsoft 0.27, really trying to recover this, look below and fail into this range, not a gap, but also interesting range accumulation from May. So a lot of big tech, it's really pushing higher, and that's based not only on the technical side. We have some clues of buyers stepping in, but also on the fundamental side. It's quite important to understand that I think a lot of people it's buying basically this dip on good, decent fundamentals regarding inflation, growth, and spending. What else we can have? Crude oil, it's rejecting October 2022 levels. That doesn't mean that we discovered the top. This is a nice candle for us to have hopes of a bigger pullback, but crude oil is still at 93%, at $93 per barrel. So this is still going to cause a lot of concerns for inflation, even though we have this support and then we have this range for the fib retracement and also this pivot right here. I think on this pullback, we can still have buyers, and if not, and continues going lower, my best bet is that buyers will step in again at 84 unless something fundamentally changes from Russia and Saudi Arabia. So crude oil is still there. At least we have a nice retracement today, minus 0.65, but it's not enough to stop the inflation increasing in the upcoming months. Dollar and yields, as you can see here, are all in the red. Dollar is pulling back quite a bit, but it's still super strong. Don't forget about this kind of move. This is a huge move, months of move, bullish move. And we basically tapped this zone here, the close. I was watching the close at 107. We couldn't, we tapped and rejected. This is the first, basically, this is a big red candle, the first from, I think, like this range, but we can still, I can still see dollar doing things like this. So be really careful because dollar will put pressure on the stocks. Today is a good day for stocks due to dollar weakness and continues moving lower. Look at this momentum. I think Nasdaq is getting, look at this, is gaining legs and legs and legs. Real quick, my first target for the Nasdaq, it's 14,950. It's still a lot of space above, maybe a consolidation pullback and then into the close towards that level. But I think this level is quite important to be reclaimed. So the higher, the better. But I would like to see first confirmation of last week low value and then push higher. So as I was mentioning, dollar feeling the pain, yields are pulling back because they were basically pushing and pushing the top of the range on the trending channel. Look at this. This is huge to see. It was a matter of time for yields to pull back a little bit. Today is a good day because it is coupling a lot of things from the fundamental side, but also dollar pulling back, yields pulling back. And Russell is doing a pretty decent job. 1%, small caps also pushing. Banks, look at banks, 2% everywhere, a lot of green. So crude oil going lower, dollar going lower, yields going lower, and the rest of the markets, including small caps and banks, are pushing higher. makes the day really comfortable for bulls, but still be really careful. I would like to see a confirmation of this level of last week low to really push higher and don't get out shorts of the hook. So we have the advantage. Congratulations, bulls, because we are really squishing right now the shorts. But don't forget about risk management, because we are putting 3 big green candles. Don't forget about a possibility for pullback, preferably towards this level that I mentioned last week low. But the last, I think the final target, if I were to basically leave the runner until the end of the day, it's this level, 14,950. It's basically a big overhead resistance, and there's plenty of room. So just manage your position, manage your risk, and enjoy your bullish day. And I think that's all from my side. I hope you are having a nice trading day. Congratulations if you are long. Take those profits. Don't ruin a good profit. Just take a couple of those profits and leave the rest, maybe for higher pricing, but always take profits through the move. And if you found this video useful, please give it a like, support the channel by subscribing. Thank you for all the subscribers and all the views that I'm getting. I spend a lot of time analyzing the markets and share my understanding with you, so thank you for that. I hope you are learning a lot of things and these videos are useful, but remember that discipline and risk management are key for your success. Stay safe, everyone. Enjoy your day and see you tomorrow.